Welcome to the Not Superheroes Just Dads podcast. No, we can't fly. No, we can't shoot lasers or pick up giant billies. But what we can do is help set the foundations for our families, be present for our kids, and combat generational cycles. On this podcast, we dive into everything dad related, from the struggles we deal with as fathers to what our favorite thing favorite thing to barbecue is. Hello, I am Sean Laurie. My bad, y'all. I got tongue tied. But with that being said, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. I appreciate the support. I also appreciate, man, all the birthday shout outs, for sure. I got different messages and things like that as well, and people even hitting me up about the podcast. So again, I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate you guys just supporting me. Um, Now, with that being said, I have a good friend of mine. Um, Arizona. Are you originally from Arizona?
Nah. I'm a military brat, so I'm from
Oh,
everywhere. But I claim Arizona now.
okay.
Whole family from New Jersey though, so yeah, Arizona's me.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, Terrell's from Arizona. What I'm saying? So, military brat. And, and,
Yeah.
and my people from, San Antonio, y'all know the city of military, basically. So, you probably lived out here
Mm-hmm.
too, right, bro?
Corpus Christi.
Corpus Christi, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, I appreciate you being on, of course, man. Um, so we'll do a little icebreaker, bro. So, um, obviously Father's Day. When y'all hear this, Father's Day just passed, right? So, with that being said, man, what is either one of the most memorable Father's Day you had, or you think one of the most memorable Father Days your dad had?
Man, I can't remember nothing as far as for my dad. There's just so many of them. But like for me, uh, so like my kids, man, when I used to, because there's been plenty of time I had to work on Father's Day, but one of the cool ones was my job let me go early some years back, and this is when my kids are younger. I mean, my kids are 12 and 10 right now, so like when they were younger, this was like when they were like 4 and 2, and I got let off early, and they didn't know. So when I opened the
Mhm.
door, it was just like, and they came running, and the young one came wobbling. 'Cause he was still two, still learning and stuff, and that was probably like the best one because they wasn't expecting it. They was expecting me to get home later, to where they
Mm,
were probably gonna be asleep. And so
yeah,
like that's all the type of stuff that matters to me. I'm not really the
yeah,
type of dad like, oh, take me out here. I need this gift, that gift. I just want to hang with my kids and their mama, man. So
that's
that's
dope,
it.
man. No, that's dope,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, I think for me as well, like it was, what was it? Honestly, it's a simple stuff. I'm a simple guy, so
Hmm.
for me, like the kids writing me letters, you know what I mean, and just saying how much they mean to me. Them like I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. They wrote me letters, but they like all of them wrote like certain things that I've done with them that I didn't really think that they paid attention to. You know what I mean? They was
Mm,
highlighting that, and I was like, "Dang, that's pretty dope." So, yeah, man, like
yeah.
you said, man, it's to me is nothing doper than being a dad. You know what I mean? That's an
Hmm.
awesome thing, man.
I enjoy it. I
Yeah,
enjoy it, man. I don't. I, honestly, I'm just set this straight. I don't know how anybody can have a kid and not be there for that kid. Like I don't get it at all. If you know that you are having a child with somebody, even if you don't like that person and y'all don't get
mm,
along, that is still your child. That
true.
is your flesh and blood. I don't understand how you cannot be there. I don't get it.
Now, but what do you do? Just because there's someone listening, like, man, that sound good, but what do you do though when that mom makes it difficult? You know what I mean? That's
Hey man, listen, my thing is you gotta fight. I don't care what
yeah.
nobody say. You gotta fight because at this point, yeah, it's probably already in the courts now. She probably done took advantage of it, and it happens. It happens. I've seen plenty of men that are going through it, but I've seen plenty of men that are now fighting, that are showing up to court. Most people they get them papers, they be like, I ain't doing that. Boom, your rights is gone after that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
You the
yeah,
forfeited because you ain't show up. Show up, man. That is the
true.
first step. I know it's gonna cost some money, but to at least show that your kids and your and their eyes that you fought for them. That's all that
Mm,
matters.
no,
I
that's
know
good.
somebody on Facebook going through it right now, man. I see his
Mm,
posts every time. And as much as I want to be like, man, this is like he's posting a lot about this,
Yeah,
but I respect it. Like I read it. I don't comment because again, I don't know the situation that him and that kid's mom was going through.
yeah,
I've seen him fight against that kid's family members, and I'm like, he fighting though.
yeah.
He fighting, and you can go back when your daughter get older and show your daughter all this stuff that you used to say. Happy
Mm,
birthday to her, even though she couldn't hear it on the phone or a text message. You was posting on Facebook and social
mm.
media keep everything.
True.
So
That's real.
that's how I was like, that's to me, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
No, that's real, bro. That's real. Now, with all this wisdom you have, man, I wanted to actually ask you, you know, share with us, man, like your personal, I guess, evolution as a dad, as far as maybe the lessons you learned or the mind shift, or maybe even just the biggest surprise for you as being a dad, bro. Because I'm pretty sure, like you said, what I think you said 12 and 10,
Yeah,
right? So like right,
yeah.
so your mindset or maybe the way you thought, or unless it's the same, I don't know, but it probably shifted with certain things or how you approach things, or just like what does that look like for you now, bro, compared to back then?
So my approach on things is different now. I like having conversations with my kids. When my kids mess up, and they do, they're kids. I want to talk to them and pick their brain on what they mess up on. Why'd
Mm,
you mess up? Why'd you make that decision? Um, I don't do the whole whooping thing,
yeah.
you know. I feel like sometimes, yeah, they deserve it. That I'm trying to tell my kids: do not lie, do not steal, and do not cheat. Was my three
Mm,
main things. If we
yeah.
get past those three, it's fine. It's you know what I mean. But once we get to going and doing that, then things gonna change. Like my dad, yeah, my dad gave us whoopings, but I praise him for it. I thank him every time because those whoopings for what I did made me think before when I got older to not do it
Yeah.
again, and it kept me out of jail. I've never been to jail. I want to be
Mm,
able to grow up to tell my kids I've never been arrested ever. You know what
yeah.
I mean? And I
Yeah.
and I was a wild child. I used to do wild things, but I wasn't dumb enough on certain things, like stealing. Mm-mm. Man, my dad, he put it to me one time when I was young. I think I was like 7, 8 years old, and I told on myself. I lied on myself.
You
Um,
lied on
on
yourself?
my, I lied on myself. I told on myself in the whole situation, man. I remember the story like it was yesterday. Went to a birthday party. We was living in Sicily. And my kid that I thought was my best friend invited me over, and he gave all the boys a jet. It was a little toy jet, man. Well, for some reason, I got a pink one. I don't know no boy that want a pink jet
Yeah.
as a toy. Okay, and so the cool orange one that this other kid he gave to, they all fell asleep, and I took that mug.
You
I
can have
took
the
it,
pink
man.
one.
I, I stole that thing. And so my dad picked my brother and I up. 'Cause my brother was 2 years younger, so he's 5. He got to stay 2, and he's like giving us a shower because my mom she had to go on a business trip or whatever, so she wasn't there. So it was me and my brother, my dad, and so he goes, man, so how's the party? I was like, oh man, the party was awesome. He was like, okay, so he's like giving us, washing us up and everything, and we're taking our baths. I was like, man, I was like, you know what? Let me go check my bag real quick, make sure nothing flew in my bag because we were playing with our toy jets and we were just throwing around and could have been a toy jet in there. My dad was like, huh? And he was like, all right, yeah, go check the bag. And I was like, all right, be right back. Bruh. I said, oh, I found one. He said, you did what? I said, look, I found one. There was this orange one. This is mine. He was okay. He said, so y'all were throwing jets around and it just flew in there? I was like, yeah. 7 years old, mind you, okay? I'm thinking, yeah, I'll get out of there. Man, he goes, all right. So my brother had got dressed first. He told my brother, go in the room and sit down. And my brother was like, okay. And he goes, hey, man, you go in the room too. I said, all right. He comes in the room. He grabs the belt. He goes, hey, son, you see this belt? This belt is your friend. And I'm like, oh, my God, how do you find out? He looked at my brother. He goes, this is what happens when you lie and steal. The three things you broke to. I said, boy, it was electrifying. It was
Jeez.
electrifying. Yeah, he whooped me. And I can honestly say, never haven't stole since.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's why you tell your girls, hey, you know what? Don't steal, don't lie.
Yeah, man. I tell him the story every time. I was like, yo, if y'all don't believe me, we can call Papa right now. He'll tell you the story exactly how it was. And I promise you, it's not gonna be pretty. Like they was like, what? So my kids, I feel like I think I got to them. I
Yeah,
think they're
yeah.
pretty terrified on that stealing thing. So so far so good.
No, and
So
I
yeah,
think
man.
I think it's different too, bro. Like I showed my oldest this I don't you know how you see stuff on social media, it's a little funny
Hmm.
stuff, whatever. Actually I gotta show you too. It's funny, man. But it's like this girl, she's like mad at her mom and she like it says like when daughters argue with their moms or something, she's pissed off, she's closing the door in her room, gets pissed off, like whatever. Then it says when the daughter argues with her dad, she runs, she's crying, she closes the door, she's basically like, you know what I mean? And I asked my daughter, like, is that true? She said, yeah. I was like, what? So it's one of those things, man. You know, our daughters don't want to disappoint us, right? Like, we yell at
Yeah.
them. It's like, oh my gosh. Mom yells at them. It's like, you tripping, mom. We yell at them. It's like, oh my gosh. I just let down my dad, you know?
Yeah. And you know the crazy thing, my kids, they really don't want to disappoint their mom either, man. Cause like their
That's
mom
right.
thinks really highly of them too. And and it's crazy because like so me, I'm short, okay? I'm urban short. I'm
Oh,
five
you're
six,
Irvin.
you know.
Oh, shout
Yeah,
out
I'm
to
urban, I'm
Irvin.
5'6". My lady's probably like 5'2", 5'3". Our daughter's probably like 5'4", 5'5" now, and she's
Oh,
12.
damn.
So she's taller than my lady. And so my lady be like, don't you even let that get to your head. She be warning her. Don't let this fool you. Cracking up. So like it's funny because like she want to do that I'm taller type thing, and I'll be like, okay. So yeah, man, my kids don't want to disappoint us at all, man. And it's pretty cool that it's both parents
That's
because I
dope.
feel you on that. I feel you on that whole um the dad daughter relationship thing. Um, but yeah, man, my kids they respect us both, so it's pretty cool.
No, that's dope, bro. That's dope, man. So, what do you think? Actually, I'll ask you this because you mentioned your dad too. So, like, what type of father did you have growing up, and then what type of grandfather is he now with your kids?
It's different. It's so different, man. When I see him being a softie to my girls, I'll be like, "Yeah, what? You, like, man, so listen, my dad, he did awesome. Okay. I can actually say that I got to grow up with both parents. And a lot of people can't say that.
True.
My parents is from the hood. I mean, hood, like Camden, New Jersey. So,
Mm,
you know, and my dad was on the rough part of that. My mom was in a little bit more decent part of Camden. It's all
mm,
crazy now, you know what I'm saying? But
mm.
so seeing what he went through and him telling the stories and by him getting out was his way of just getting away. I'm so happy that we got out. Like
Mm.
Camden is crazy, man. I lost so many cousins there to
Damn.
violence, to drugs, and alcoholism. So my dad did the best he could for what
Yeah.
he was taught. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Even though his dad wasn't there, his dad tried.
Yeah.
He had that type of mom. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So like, it's cool, man. I love him for it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Like I don't take nothing from him, man. I respect that man 100%. Even if things weren't always the greatest,
Yeah. Of course.
he did what he had to do. But now seeing him with my girls, I'm like, y'all so lucky. Like, yo, what? So yeah, yeah, man. Their their relationship is dope, man.
That's
But
dope.
our relationship is cool too. So like when my parents, our relationship, my relationship with my dad got tighter when my parents divorced. And so
Mm.
like believe it or not, it just it was just some things that just it didn't work. You know, my
Yeah.
mom tried 20 some years, and then happened. And she even asked us like, y'all okay with me leaving?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, if you gonna be, is this gonna help you with your happiness? And yeah, for sure. But
Mm.
once she moved to back to the East Coast, man, that's when my dad became tighter with my brother and I.
Mm. Now,
So
why
yeah.
why you think that is, bro? Why you think like is it one of those things because it was like before like it was almost like cuz you know, man, like at least for me, I'll speak for me. Like I remember like
Hmm.
my grandma you know, she like, "Oh yeah, we got you this and this." And my grandpa more so like, "Huh? Yeah, yeah, we got them that, right? Like, oh yeah, okay. Like they just there, you know what I'm saying? Like they chilling, like, oh, like I don't have to worry about this because I know she's gonna take care of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
was it one of those, or was it one of those things where he was just like, nah, like, just she's gone, and I wanna make sure I continue to just build a relationship with my boys.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was more conversations than
Mm,
anything, man. So like, I mean, we used to grow up playing board games like Monopoly and stuff like that. And my dad would say to this day that his record is like 765 to
shit.
like 35. But we'd be like, yeah, right, that number's off. Cause he used to cheat us when we was kids. We ain't know no better. And then we started getting older and getting smart. Like, nah, nah, like my dad had it. He used to always be the bank because he used to be able to count money faster. And then we started learning. And then he used to do some stuff like you roll the dice, and if you pass go, and you don't ask for your 200, the next person rolls, you lose your 200. So we used to learn stuff like that. Like, wait, what? That's not a rule, Joe. It's when you pass go, you get your 200.
He's
Man,
like,
so
nah.
yeah, so, like stuff like that. Then as we got older, we was like, yeah, yeah, you think you slick now. Like I can tell you to this day that the red property and the orange property to put hotels on is $2,250. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how much we used to play because he's the cheap. He's the cheap, man. And then I remember the very first time I beat him, I was like, whoa, where was we at? I was like 8 years old. We was in Sicily, and the reason why I beat him is because he was playing on the computer. And he was like, "Yeah,
Mm,
they got it on the computer now." We was like, "Oh, this old little old school Macintosh, big old brick thing, and and the computer you can't cheat."
yeah, you can't cheat for sure.
So I destroyed him. He didn't like that, so it's just like, man, but
He's like, something wrong with this
yeah,
system. I don't know what it.
man.
Let's play the regular board game.
So he don't ever count that one. I'll be like, man, remember when I beat you in Sicily? No, you ain't beat me, bro. Like what? So yeah, man. Like I said, when she left, the conversations became a lot closer, a lot tighter.
Mm,
Things like that. He got to the point. So like my dad used to have it when we had like girlfriends or girls we used to talk to. If they was to come up in our room, he was like, "Your mama live here, so you better not close that door. Out of respect to your mom, that
mm,
door better be open." And
yeah.
so like for the longest, it was just like, "Oh, okay, out of respect for my mom, like I get it." But when she left, it was just like he ain't care no more. He was like, whatever. And there's a bunch of men in his house now, so it's just like, so that type of stuff changed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But other than that, man, he was just way more solid for sure,
that's
for
dope.
sure.
That's dope,
Yeah.
man. So like, how has, I guess I should say, like, how has his style of parenting, and your mom too. Shout out to your mom too. But obviously, since it's Father's Day, y'all definitely
Yeah.
focus on the pops. But how has he influenced, your parenting style, if any?
I think
Maybe he has.
so. What makes it hard is because he grew up raising boys to men. I'm
Yeah,
raising girls to young women.
that's
And so
true.
like I am more lenient than anything.
Mm,
Like all that yelling stuff, like I can go and be like, "Hey," and my girls, especially my youngest, she get to tearing up. I'll be like, "Dang!" All I did was say, "Hey," real loud, like you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. As us, as in boys growing up in the men, that crying stuff didn't happen. You know what I mean?
True.
We wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
It was that. What you crying for? You want me to give you something more to cry about? Like what? It's like, nah, I don't want that. So, my girls get to crying and stuff. I'll be like, ah, man, now I'm a softie.
Yeah.
I am soft, Sean. I'm soft, man. I can watch a Disney movie, somebody die, and I get to getting emotional. I don't understand it. I don't. This wasn't me. I used to call the time. I got squirting blood. Like, ain't none of that crying stuff. Why be in here emotional? Like, get choked up. Like, why my nose running? Like, so, like, dang, man. So even my lady, I forgot what we was watching. We was watching something, and something happened. She was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like, and then she was like, she was trying to look at me, and I'm like, not looking at her. Like, "Hey, yo, get away from me!" Like, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it, man. This girl done turned me into a pillow heart.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna ask you. Why do you think? Because I'm guilty as well. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, dang,
yeah,
like I'm a little bit, sensitive over here, or, feeling bad. Like, why do you think though? Why do you think when having girls, because obviously there's people that don't just have girls. Like I have sons and daughters, but my daughters bring out that side in me. So why do you think,
Yeah,
bro? Why you think that is? Maybe not for everyone, but why you think that is for you? Because like you say, you grew up in, like how your dad had a certain structure. This how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? I'm about to get
yeah.
on y'all about this and that. Like, well, why do you think? Because that's probably not even a side you thought could be unlocked like that. You know what I'm saying? So why you think
That's the
that is?
thing. It has to be because of the girls, man. I can't even deny it. Like my girls just bring that softness out of me. Like they wanna hug and be all affectionate and
Yeah,
daddy hug, under you. And so it's a different type of feeling, man. Because I wasn't like hugging my dad. Like my dad give us hugs, but I wasn't giving him kisses and stuff like
yeah,
no
yeah,
cheek kiss, none of that, none of that. You know what I mean? My mom would get kisses and stuff. My mom still get kisses to the day, but like it was none of that with my dad, man. So he'd shake my hand, dap me up, like a man. And so
yeah.
I think that's what it is. Like my girls want to be like super loved on and just like they want to give the love back. So that's what
Mm,
softens me up.
that's dope.
Definitely.
Do you think it made, at least for me, because it made me be like, because I struggle. I guess I still struggle a little bit with being like affectionate and stuff like that. But like
Hmm.
they force me to be affectionate. You know what I mean? And so
Hmm.
like for you then, bro, like is it one of those things too where you realize like, oh yeah, I gotta kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like I gotta be conscious of how I treat their mom because I know they watching.
For sure. Me, so I am an affectionate type of person anyway, man. I like to love on my lady. I give her all kinds of hugs, all kinds of stuff. And like I do things to make my girls uncomfortable. Right, I slap her booty, all kinds. I don't care. And they be like, "Hey, daddy, yeah, hey, I love your mama." And like this is what true love is. And like I be trying to tell them that. Hopefully, when you get married, you get the same love. I mean, you better because I'm gonna be here telling the old boy like, "What's up?" But
Yeah.
not loving on my daughter. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So I don't mind the affectionate thing. Like I just want. I'll be hugging all on my lady, man. So. Probably
Mm.
drive her nuts, honestly. But I could tell she be loving that stuff. She be trying to act all tough. I'm like, you ain't tough. Stop it.
You ain't that tough. That's a
Look,
front, bro.
man, that all the walls I had to break down for that lady, man. That stuff, we ain't at that no more.
Knock it off.
No
I know.
more.
I know your real side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You play that stuff when we out this house. I
As for
don't
real.
want to hear.
So then,
So,
as you being a dad, man, what do you hope like your legacy or impact will be as your kids get older?
man, I just want my kids to be loving, bro. I just want them to be respectful and continue to do what they want to do as far as life and be great. Like my oldest wants to be she wants to be a chef. So I've been trying to figure out like I can cook, I can get down, but I'm no chef. You know what I mean? And chefs be doing stuff totally different. So I feel like I gotta find her a school for culinary arts. My youngest wants to be a makeup artist and a designer. So like she can't practice on her mama because her mama's faith is sensitive. So she'll practice on her sister. She'll practice on me sometimes, and then I gotta take that stuff off real quick. Like I'm like nah, nah, nah. But but yeah. So like I just want them to do great things, man. And
Mm,
like you supposed to be the next generation is supposed to be better. And I feel like as the black community, we're starting to get better at that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you supposed to be better on and pass that on to the next. Like, honestly, I would tell my girls, hey, if you want to join the military, do it. I wish I'd have did it. I'm 38 now. That'd have been 20 years in retirement. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
wish I'd have listened to my dad. I wish my dad would have pushed harder on that.
Mm,
But I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to move anymore. Cause I've been moving my whole life, man. Every
yeah.
3 years we was in a different place.
Shit.
So I would tell my girls, yeah, do that. You get the free schooling and everything. Just Air Force or Navy. I don't know about that Army Marine thing. Like, I don't know about sending you to war, but I'll back the military 100%.
Yeah.
But I just want to do great. That's all.
That's
Just be
dope, bro.
better.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
As far as the cooking, and maybe it's just because I watch the cooking show. So
Okay.
why don't you I don't know if you guys do, but watch some of those, and they be having those like kid baking cook off shows,
Hmm.
whatever.
Oh, we watch.
Oh, y'all be watching,
We
so she
watch.
be studying.
Yeah, we watch. But they don't be telling you all the stuff they be
I
putting
mean,
in.
they
They be
don't,
making it.
but I
You
be
know what
hearing,
I'm saying?
they be like, oh yeah, I just learned because I cook at home all the time. I'm like, oh dang, like they be cooking stuff making
Gotta
me
be.
feel bad about myself. Like, dang, you
It
made that?
gotta be more to that though, man. You can't just. I'm not one to waste food, so if I overseason or underseason, I'm gonna be pissed off. So we not throwing away and trying to get. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
I don't know.
but look, they have the University of YouTube, brother. So
I know. I
that
know.
that will make I've seen so many people become good cooks because of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So definitely, and she's young too, and then she can make her own little, her own little touch into it, man. So
Yeah.
that's dope, bro.
Long,
I'm
long,
gonna see her
long
on
as
one
she's
of
not
those
cooking with
shows.
Kaya. As long as she's not cooking with Kaya, I'm completely fine with that. I'm about to have my girl in there, a little 12-year-old twerking and stuff, showing how delicious. Look, I wanted to watch Kaya, and I was just like, man, this feels weird because she's so little. Like,
Yeah.
she young, and but she gets down, man. That girl can cook.
No,
Her
she
stuff be
can.
looking good, but I can't watch that.
No, no, no. But it be. Well, it's crazy you say that because there's actually a few of them that's popped up where they cook and then they want to twerk or have something crazy. I'm like, come on, man. I can't even have my daughter watch if she wants to cook, like, cause y'all want
Yeah,
to be half naked. Just cook the food, man.
yeah. But listen, that cooking with that's what got her on streaming university though. So
True,
now she
true.
get more pot. I'm not gonna hate. If you found your
No,
lane and
no.
it's working, that's fine.
Look. That's the
But
dad in me. That's the dad in me.
I
Okay,
know,
like,
I know.
hey, do your thing, make your money. But the dad in me is like, no.
You are not doing
You are
that.
not doing that.
Hey
That's the
man, but
dad in me, man.
she making millions. I'm pretty sure she's in the millions now. Not she real close. She
Yeah.
doing good, man. So I respect her
I
for
mean,
it. And
I
like I said,
mean,
her stuff looks delicious, but I just can't watch it because
yeah, yeah,
unless
yeah.
I watch you know what? I've never watched the video. I just seen a snippet of her twerking. I was just like, dang. So I don't know if she like cooks, gets down, and then starts the twerking, or do it before. If she gonna do it in the middle of the seasoning and everything, maybe I could skip some parts and get to where I need to get to. But I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
crazy,
That's crazy, man. So, um, with that being said, man, I got one more question for you. So, um, if you could write a letter like to yourself, the day before you became a dad, right? Like you already know you about to be a dad, but the day before you became one, what would you say?
Don't f up. Like, I, don't f this up, man. Like, so like my situation is a little bit different. My oldest is not mine by blood.
Hmm.
I took her in. She's about 4 or 5 months, and she's been mine ever since. You
Hmm.
cannot tell me that kid is not mine. She
That's
eat like
beautiful.
me. She sleep like me. She act like me. She petty like me. She just don't look like me. That's it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But that is my baby. And nobody can claim her or have her. I don't care if the guy that did come back. Hey, listen, I'm gonna set these rules straight. This is my child. You know what I'm saying? You ain't been around since 8 months or something like that. So I just would, like I said, since it's a little bit different because I wasn't there when she was pregnant type thing. So like, I would just be telling myself like, man, you got this, man. You were gonna do an awesome job.
Okay,
Son,
wait, wait, I'll add something then. You have two letters.
yeah,
One for your first daughter, which is yours at the end of the day, and I feel the same with mine. So I
uh-huh.
understand. Um,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
that's right. We did talk about that. I
yeah, bro,
forgot.
yeah,
I
bro. You
forgot.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Same boat. Nobody could tell me at
Yeah.
all. People,
Not
the
a
funny
thing.
thing is too, like you said, she has a lot of my mannerisms, and people will say like, "Oh, your daughter look just like you." I'm like, "That's good," right? Like I don't just saying that
I've
because
had that twice.
that's good. Like I like that. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
But so your first letter with that, where you get that, then the second letter of your youngest. So we'll do it like
Yeah.
that.
So the first one I will put, hey man, listen, do not mess this up. You are gonna treat this one as if this is your own flesh and blood.
Mm,
Like you would not treat this child any different. and you would treat this child exactly as if you was as if this one came from you,
Mm,
and you gonna do completely fine with it. Your family's gonna accept her, and they gonna love her just as much. And that's exactly what my family did. Now my
mm,
second one, listen, man, you got this is yours. This is yours. Um, and you get to start from the beginning. Like you're gonna see the whole emotions that your lady's gonna go through. You're
mm,
gonna see the changes of her body, and you're gonna continue to love her, have you like you loved her before. And then when that child comes, you're gonna do everything you can for her. So like I
mm,
said, my when I had Anaya, which is my oldest, when like I said 4 or 5 months, man, that girl used to
mm,
sleep. We
mm,
sleep, she sleep. My youngest, God was touching us with that one. It was like that kid had her nights and days switched, man. She was
mm.
sleep all day and up all night, and that was like that for a solid year.
That's crazy.
And I'll never forget, man. I honestly think my lady was going through postpartum. I'm not even gonna
Mm,
lie, and that is
yeah,
a real thing for you fellas that don't believe it. It's real.
yeah, yeah,
Because when I would get home from work, it was no ifs and buts. Baby, I was
yeah.
all right, and that was mine for the rest of the night. So you
Mm.
want to talk about sleepless nights, man? Listen, you got it, Terrell. You got it. You made it happen. And we are here now. So doing
But,
good,
but
doing
but you
great.
didn't say that. You didn't say that in a letter. So your younger you's pissed off. You
Oh
didn't
yeah,
want
yeah.
it. You just said changes, and you said it's yours now, and that's it. You got this. Like the younger one's pissed off. Like, wait, hold on, bro. You just gave detail. He reading the letter. Like, hold on.
Do it. Man, listen. It's all the same. It's all the same, man. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'll probably give them the exact same letter, honestly, because I just feel like I
Yeah,
said, I got to see the whole experience from the
yeah,
second one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the only thing. The belly changes, like how my light skinned beautiful queen, black queen, belly turned as black as me, and I was just like, what the heck is this? You know what I'm saying? So just dealing with like I said, the body changes and everything.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it for nothing, man. The cool thing about it when she was pregnant with Anaya, I did see her when she was like 7 or 8 months.
Hmm.
So I got to see her when she was in the belly. Like I said, me and her always been tight. And
Hmm.
so so I got to touch the belly and everything, and that was cool. So
Oh,
I was there.
yeah.
Just wasn't my child. She was talking to somebody. So
That's dope.
yeah,
No,
that's
man.
it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like you have a beautiful family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That person's loss is your gain for sure, man. And
a hundred
you,
percent,
you
a
know, and
hundred percent. Cause my lady been riding for me, man. When I say riding, she was with me when I was down and broke, driving a
mm,
Ford Ranger. That every time I stopped at a red light, the water would fall out the bottom of it. She would just get in the driver's seat. I get out, pop the hood, pour some more water in that wood, start it back up. She hop back in the passenger seat. We all, you know what I'm saying? So she has been there, man. And
definition of a rider, dog.
yes, yes, that is my baby. I'm never letting that one go. Ever.
That's dope,
Nope.
man. No, I love it, bro, and I appreciate you, man, just being on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and sharing with me and with those that's listening and watching, man. And yeah, bro, just keep being you, bro. Keep being the amazing person you are, bro. You know what I mean. I appreciate your time, man. Anytime we chop it up too, man. You know what I mean. You always transparent. You always just in a good mood. I mean, not of course life happens, but you try
Yeah.
your best to not be in a bad mood. You know what I mean. I appreciate that
Yeah.
about you, bro, for sure, man.
Well, good looking, man. Good looking.
Yeah,
You ready for
yeah.
football season?
I am. I am actually. My
Okay.
Vikings should be making some noise. I mean, your Eagles is obviously the top of the top, but that's for another conversation. I will make sure. Uh,
That's fine. That's
I don't
fine.
even know. I think we
Just to
do.
relate a little bit. Just want to
I
see.
don't know if we play y'all this year, but if we do, I will make sure.
Nah.
No, we play the Cowboys, so I thought we play y'all too.
Yeah, y'all play. Nah.
Oh, okay.
It's probably for the best. My dad would be so again.
He says probably
So
for the
just
best. This dude's being disrespectful. I'm about to get off of this, y'all. But but with that being said, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. And like always, you don't have to be perfect, but you always have to be present. I'll see you guys on the next one.